Good morning, good morning. Audible? Yes. Good morning. Am I audible, visible? Okay. So good morning, good morning. Audible. Okay. So everybody practice basic mathematics part, whatever I completed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Am I audible? Okay. Okay, okay. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Some old students are also attending the online class. One name I identified. Okay, I'm good. Everybody is good. Okay. Which chapter are you teaching now, sir? Right now, basic mathematics is going on. Next week, I will start for the thermal. I will start unit and dimension because now it is a late now because one around 20 days because earlier we started around the 20 June, but due to the re-NEET, it got delayed. So that's why we have to finish the syllabus on the time. So unit and dimension parallelly we will take as a track 3. So next week I will start from the thermal physics. Okay, so who is planning to come to the offline on the Sunday? They can plan. Okay. Okay. How is the app, sir? How is the app means what? Offline batch also started. Yes, both started together, offline, online. Okay. Sir, is exam there for online and students on this Sunday? So app, if the app will start, then you will have the exam. So you have to prepare from your side. Otherwise, that is a basic mathematics exam. Like for the physics, basic will be there. So maybe syllabus every teacher has said already. Okay. So last class I discussed about the last topic I discussed about the trigonometric ratio in which quadrant sign will be positive, which quadrant cos will be positive. That was the last topic I completed. Okay. So now how we will use that, how to get the values of the different trigonometric ratio when the angle they given more than 90. So few example I am writing. Hmm. Who manage all 3 tracks? Like not a 3 tracks in the whole year, it will not be the 3. Just only the 1 chapter, 2 chapter, it will be there in the track 3. Okay, whole year only the 2 tracks will be there. In the revision also 2 tracks will be there. Not watched before classes, so you can go to the online. Old lectures are also there. Okay, that you can see. Basic mathematics is there now only. Okay. So here these values we have to find. Sine 240 degree, cos 300 degree, cos 750 degree, sine 2 pi by 3, cos 7 pi by 6, cos 11 pi by 6, and tan 4 pi by 3. Okay, one by one. Okay, one I am solving. After that, how to do what we have to do to find the value. Okay, after that you will say one answer. So suppose first I am doing, some I gave in degree, some I gave in radian. Slowly we have to build what I said. We have to build the habit of the radian, because generally we will deal unit of the angle is radian. Okay. So sine 240 degree. First one, sine 240 degree. Okay. Now 240, everybody know it is a more than 90. Okay. So if you have to find the value, of the any trigonometric ratio, so first what we have to do, sine either we have to split, like I said, 180 minus theta, then we can identify this is the second quadrant. 180 plus theta, third quadrant. 360 minus theta, fourth quadrant. Okay, like that we can decide the quadrant, and we know that which quadrant sine positive, which quadrant cos positive. Okay, so when you have to find the value, somebody are saying 270 minus 30 also, that we will cover later. Okay. First, what I'm saying, if you have to find the value, easiest is what? We have to split when the angle is more than 90. So we have to split either 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, 360 minus theta, 360 plus theta. Okay. Like 180 minus theta, which quadrant? Second quadrant. 180 plus theta, which quadrant? Third quadrant. 360 minus theta, fourth quadrant. 360 plus theta, first quadrant. Okay, so finding the value will be always easy when you are splitting 180 minus 180 plus, 360 minus 360 plus. Okay, 270 when we will use, like 90 when we will use, that I will discuss later. Okay, so sine 240 degree, it is a more than 180. So okay, and less than 270, it means it is in the third quadrant. How I can split 240? I can write sine 180 plus 60, 180 plus 60. This everybody got. 240 I can split like 180 plus, what I said, 180 plus 180 minus 360 plus 360 minus, we have to split. So 240 we can write as 180 plus 60. Okay. Now what is the role of this 180 plus? 180 plus 180 minus will decide the quadrant. Okay. So which quadrant? 180 plus means it is the third quadrant. Third quadrant, we know that sign is negative. Second quadrant sign is positive. Third quadrant sign is negative. So what is the role of this? Only to decide the quadrant. According to the quadrant, we will put plus and minus sign. Okay. So 180 plus third quadrant sign is negative. So first you put minus sign. Okay. After that, there is no role of that. Directly you will write what? Sine 60. Sine 60. Now you finally what you got? Sine 240 degree is equal to minus sine 60. Minus sine 60, what is the sine 60 value? Root 3 by 2. Then we will get the value what? Minus root 3 by 2. So what is the value of sine 240 degree? Minus root 3 by 2. Everybody got? Any step I have to repeat again? So what I said, if you want to find the value, easier is what? We have to split 180 minus 180 plus, 360 minus 360 plus. 270, 90, that we will use later. When we have to use, I will say, okay. So if you understood, then you will find the value of cos 300. Tell the value of cos 300 degree fast. Cos 300 degree. Cos 300 degree. Somebody saying 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Okay. So cos 300, what we will do? Now it is a slightly less than 360. So how we will split here? 360 minus 60. So cos 360 minus 60, that is equal to what? 300. Okay. Now 360 minus means which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Okay. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. Okay. So what is the role of this to decide the quadrant? 360 minus means fourth quadrant cos is positive. Now there is a no role, remove it, directly you can write cos 60, and cos 60 value is what? 1 by 2. Then we can say cos 300 is equal to 1 by 2. Everybody got? Okay. Now you will find cos 750 degree. Tell fast. Cos 750 degree. Cos 750. Cos 750. Root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2. Okay, so one thing, 750. 360 is the complete angle. 0 to 360, again you will reach to the 0. Okay, so one rotation completed, one circle completed, 360. If you complete the second circle, 360 plus 360, 720. Okay, so 720, then still 30 remaining. Then what I can do? I can write as cos 720 plus 30. Okay, 360 complete angle means 0 you started. When you complete the 360, again you are at the 0. Okay, then again one circle completed, one complete angle completed, then 360 plus 360, 720. Okay, 720 plus 30, that will be 750. Okay, 720 plus 30, who will say which quadrant? Which quadrant? Somebody saying minus, that's why I'm asking. Which quadrant? First quadrant. Why? 7 up to the 720 you are at 0. Now plus 30 means you are in the first quadrant. Okay, first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. Okay, so directly I can write as what? Cos 30 degree, and cos 30 value is what? Root 3 by 2. Okay, everybody got who was saying minus root 3 by 2? They understood or not? Okay, up to this completed. Now some example we will take for the pi. Okay, I gave sine 2 pi by 3, sine 2 pi by 3. Okay, so degree already completed and degree already we are comfortable. So now pi, how we will split? So fourth problem is what? Sine 2 pi by 3. So first thing, who will say 2 pi by 3 is more than pi or less than pi? 2 pi by 3 is more than pi or less than pi? 2 pi by 3 is more than pi or less than pi? Less than pi. Okay, because 2 by 3 directly we can say it is a less than 1. Less than 1 means 2 pi by 3 will be less than pi. Less than pi, it means I will split like pi minus something. Okay, so 2 by 3. How you will get 1 minus 1 by 3? 1 minus 1 by 3 is the 2 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3 is the 2 by 3. So 2 pi by 3, how I can split? Sine pi minus pi by 3. So slowly, suppose you are not comfortable with pi, convert into the degree. Okay, pi radian is equal to 180 degree, then you can do. But build the habit of the radian, what I said, because in the 11th and 12th, mostly we are dealing with the radian only. Okay, so 2 pi by 3, we can split like pi minus pi by 3. Okay, pi means what? 180 degree. Pi minus which quadrant? 180 minus or pi minus which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant, sine is positive. Then directly I can say what? Sine of pi by 3. Okay, sine pi by 3. That pi by 3 means what? 60 degree. 60 degree means sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2. So what is the answer we got? Root 3 by 2. Array, everybody understood? Completed? Okay, so now next pi you will find what I gave. cos 7 pi by 6. Next is what? Cos 7 pi by 6. You will find the value, tell fast. Cos 7 pi by 6. Cos 7 pi by 6, what is the value? Cos 7 pi by 6. Which quadrant? Somebody is saying minus root 3 by 2. Somebody is saying second quadrant. Okay. Second quadrant or third quadrant? Second quadrant or third quadrant? 7 by 6. 7 by 6 is more than 1. More than 1, it means 7 pi by 6 is more than pi. 7 pi by 6 is more than pi. Then how I can split? Cos pi. Okay. I need 7 by 6 means plus pi by 6. Pi plus pi by 6. If you are taking 6 LCM, so 6 pi plus pi, that is a 7 pi. 7 pi by 6. Everybody got or not? Understood? Okay. So cos pi plus pi by 6. Now pi plus 180 plus. 180 plus which quadrant? 180 plus is the third quadrant. Okay. Third quadrant cos is negative. Third quadrant cos is negative. Okay. So cos negative. So first you put the minus sign. After that there is no role of pi plus. Now directly I can say cos pi by 6. Now cos pi by 6. Cos 30 degree. Pi by 6 is 30. Cos 30 degree is what? Root 3 by 2. So minus of root 3 by 2. Everybody got? Okay. So find what I said. Finding the value easy when you are splitting in a 180 minus 180 plus like this. Okay. Now next one. Cos 11 pi by 6. Tell fast. Cos 11 pi by 6, what is the value? Which quadrant first you have to say? Which quadrant you have to say first? Fourth quadrant. Okay, so cos 11 pi by 6. 11 pi by 6 means 12 by 6. 12 by 6 is 2. 11 by 6 here I gave. 12 by 6 is the what? 2. Okay, so then it will be 2 pi. But it is slightly less than 2 pi. So then how I can split? 2 pi minus 2 pi minus. If suppose it does not click in your mind, suppose you are splitting in a 180 plus something or pi plus something, then further you have to split. That way also we can get. Okay, but here if directly you can say, okay, it is a closer to the 2 pi, so I will split in the 2 pi minus. Okay, then cos this I can say what? 2 pi minus how much I will subtract? Pi by 6. Pi by 6. 2 pi minus pi by 6. 6 to the 12. 12 minus 1. 11. 11 pi by 6. Okay. So 2 pi. Otherwise, if you are unable to decide, directly convert into the degree and then you can do. Okay. Because slowly it will take the time, because what I said, we are comfortable more in the degrees. Okay. So 2 pi minus means 360 minus. Which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. Okay. So cos will be positive. Now 2 pi directly you can remove. Now what I will write? Cos of pi by 6. Okay. Now cos pi by 6. Cos pi by 6. Pi by 6 is what? 30 degree. Cos 30 degree is what? Root 3 by 2. Then what is the answer you will get? Root 3 by 2. Okay. Next I gave, I think, tan 4 pi by 3. Tan 4 pi by 3. Which quadrant? What is the value? Tell fast. Tan 4 pi by 3. Which quadrant and what is the value? Tan 4 pi by 3. Which quadrant? What is the value? Somebody saying 1 by root 3. Check again. Third quadrant, root 3. Good. Here 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is more than 1. 4 by 3 is more than 1. Then tan pi plus pi by 3. Pi plus pi by 3. Okay. Then you will get 1 plus 1 by 3 is what? 4 by 3. Pi plus pi by 3 means 4 pi by 3. Okay. Now pi plus means which quadrant? Third quadrant. Okay. Third quadrant tan is positive. Third quadrant tan is all silver teacup. Third quadrant tan is positive. So directly we will write what? Tan of pi by 3. Now pi by 3 means 60. Tan 60 is what? Root 3. That I said one first class, whenever you are using the values of the 60, 30, 0, 90, after writing the value, take the pause for the 5 seconds and just think that I have written the correct value or not. Because you will do whole physics, everything, every formula you will do correct, all things you will apply perfectly. But in the last, suppose something sin 60, cos 60, tan 30, tan 60 is coming, and in the hurry, in the place of root 3, you put 1 by root 3. Sin 60, in the place of the root 3 by 2, you put 1 by 2, because their values are the what interchanging, sin 60, cos 60. Okay. Then everything is correct, but due to the small mistake, you will lose the 5 marks. That's why everybody has to, what I said, whenever like there, wherever we are doing small mistake chance is there, take the pause for the 5 seconds, because you are hurry. 5 seconds will not, it is not more. But if you take the pause for 5 seconds, I am putting the tan 30 is the root 3. Am I correct? Then you will get to know that you have put the wrong. Understood or not? Because in the hurry, this mistake is happening, and good students are losing the marks. Understood? So up to this, everybody got? Okay. So this values, finding the value, what I said, it will be easy when we are splitting as a 180 minus 180 plus 360 minus 360 plus. Okay. But somebody said, like, sir, we can split like a 90 plus 90 minus 270 plus 270 minus. Now listen. For finding the value, we will not do that. Okay. But suppose they directly give and we have to find the value. Okay. So when they are writing the angle in the terms of 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta. Okay. So this angle is 90. Okay. Here to here it is what? 270. Okay. 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta, you will get first quadrant. Okay. 90 plus theta, we can say second quadrant. Okay. Here is what? 270. So 270 minus theta is the third quadrant, and 270 plus theta is equal to fourth quadrant. This everybody got? In the terms of in the terms of radian, what we can say? Pi by 2 minus theta. This I can say pi by 2 minus theta. This I can say pi by 2 plus theta. This 3 pi by 2 minus theta, and this is what? 3 pi by 2 plus theta. Okay. Everybody got? But we will not split angle in the terms of 90 minus 90 plus or 270 minus 270 plus when we have to find the value. Finding the value is easy when we are taking the 180 minus 180 plus. Okay. How we will use that? So one thing, when you are splitting the angle in the odd multiple of 90, like 90 degree, 270 degree, odd multiple means 1, 3, 5, 7. These are the odd number. So odd multiple of 90. So first 90. Then next odd number 3. 3 into 90, what you will get? 270. Then next odd number 5. 90 into 5 is equal to what? 450. Like that, if you are splitting the angle in the terms of 90, 270, 450, or pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2, odd multiple, not odd multiple of pi, odd multiple of pi by 2. You can see first pi by 2, next 3 pi by 2 means third multiple of pi by 2. Next 5 pi by 2, fifth multiple of pi by 2. So when you are splitting the angle in the either we can say in the degree odd multiple of 90, in the radian odd multiple of pi by 2, then what we will do? I am writing directly here. Suppose I gave sine 90 minus theta. Sine 90 minus theta we have to find. Okay. Now 90 minus, first we will decide the quadrant. 90 minus which quadrant? First quadrant. 90 minus which quadrant? First quadrant. Okay. First quadrant, we know that all trigonometric ratios are positive. So no need to think about the plus or minus. Okay. So sine 90 minus means first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. In the case of 180 minus 180 plus, after deciding the quadrant, we will putting the minus and plus sign. After that, directly we were removing the 180 plus 180 minus. But in the case of splitting in the odd multiple of 90 or odd multiple of pi by 2, two things we will do. One, we will decide the quadrant. So like here 90 minus means which quadrant? First quadrant. Okay. So means positive we will get. Okay. When you are using odd multiple of 90, then trigonometric ratio also you will change. Sine will convert into cos, cos will convert into sine. Tan will convert into cot, cot will convert into the tan. So when you are doing 180 minus 180 plus 360 minus 360 plus, we are not doing that. Only their role is to decide the quadrant. But when we are using 90 minus 90 plus, two things we have to do. That's why I said we will avoid it. We will do by we have to find the value. Easy is what? 180 minus 180 plus. Okay. So again, I'm repeating, when we are splitting the angle in the odd multiple of 90 or odd multiple of pi by 2, then two things we are doing. Okay, what we are doing? According to the 90 minus 90 plus, we will decide the quadrant. Okay, according to the quadrant, we will put plus and minus sign. Okay, like sign positive, then we'll put positive, sign negative, then we'll put negative. Now, when we are using the odd multiple of 90, so sine will convert into the cos, cos we will convert in sine. Tan, in the place of tan, we will write cot. In the place of cot, we will write tan. Okay. So sine 90 minus first quadrant, all are positive. Now I am using 90 here. Then what I will write here? Cos theta. Are everybody got? So sine 90 minus theta, what we will write? Cos theta. Okay. Now you will say fast. Cos 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta. Tell fast. Cos 90 minus theta, again 90 minus 90 and minus means first quadrant, all positive. Now I am using 90, so cos will convert in sine. So sine theta. Which quadrant? What is the formula? Tell fast. Sine 90 plus theta, which quadrant and what is the value? Which quadrant, what is the value? Second quadrant. Okay, good. Minus cos or plus cos? Minus cos or plus cos? Sine 90 plus. 90 plus means which quadrant? Second quadrant. Okay. Second quadrant, we will not see in which we are going to convert. We have to find the value of sine. So we will see the sine. Sine is positive or negative. Sine is positive or negative. We will not see it is going to convert in cos, or we will see the sign of the plus or minus according to the cos. What I gave? Sine. So we will think the plus and minus according to the sign. 90 plus means second quadrant. Second quadrant sine is positive. Second quadrant sine is positive. Then we will take positive value. Okay. I am using here 90. That's why we will convert the trigonometric ratio also. Now sine will convert into the cos. Then what we will get? Cos theta. Not the minus cos theta. We will get cos theta. Tejaswini. Understood or not? Who is saying minus? Okay. Now this you will say cos 90 plus theta. Cos 90 plus theta. Tell fast. Cos 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta. Minus sine theta or plus sine theta? Tell fast. 90 plus again. 90 plus means which quadrant? Second quadrant. 90 plus means second quadrant. Okay. Second quadrant cos. We have to think the cos. Cos is positive or negative? Second quadrant cos is negative. But I'm using 90, so cos I will convert in sine. So what is the formula? Minus sine theta. Everybody got? Okay. Next you will say. Now I'm writing in pi because degree everybody comfortable. Now in radian I'm writing sine 3 pi by 2 minus theta. Sine 3 pi by 2 minus theta. Sine 3 pi by 2 minus theta. 3 pi by 2 minus. 3 pi by 2 minus which quadrant? Arey nalayak. 3 pi by 2 minus which quadrant? Third quadrant. Yeah, 270. Na? 270 minus third quadrant. Okay. Third quadrant sign is positive or negative? Third quadrant sign is negative. So first we'll put minus sign. Now I'm using the odd multiple of pi by 2. Odd multiple of pi by 2 means trigonometric ratio I will also change. Then what you will write? Cos theta. Okay. Narsimha, you are preparing for IT Advance. Narsimha, you are preparing for IT Advance. You are asking for preparing in advance. In advance means IT Advance or advance for the NEET? Sir, IIT Advance. Okay, you are preparing for IIT Advance. So you can go to the physics galaxy theoretical point of view also it is a good, and parallel to that you have to take the SC Verma also. SC Verma objective 1, objective 2 is good, means called in the multiple correct also given. Okay, so you can go to the physics galaxy as well as SC Verma. Okay. And then parallelly wherever you are studying, then Aerodove also, if more advanced problem you want to do, good question you want to do, then you can do the Aerodove. Okay, Aerodove is a very good book. Small few question is there, but questions are good. Okay, that also you can solve. Okay. Okay then, this completed. Okay, tell fast. 3 pi by 2 plus theta. Cos 3 pi by 2 plus theta. Tell fast. Which quadrant? What is the formula? 3 pi by 2 plus theta. Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. Then what is the formula? Who is saying plus cos? Okay, deleted. Okay, very fast deleted. 3 pi by 2 plus means 270 plus means fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. Cos is positive. Now we have to put the positive. Okay. Now I am using the odd multiple of pi by 2. So trigonometric ratio I will change. So what is the formula? Sin theta. Okay. So these are not the formula, means you start mugging 3 pi sin 3 pi by 2 minus theta is the cos theta minus cos theta, cos 3 pi by 2 plus theta is the sin theta. These are not a formula. You have to know the concept, means when we are using the odd multiple of 90, we are writing and some theta, adding, subtracting. According to that quadrant, we will put the plus and minus. And when we are using odd multiple of 90 or odd multiple of pi by 2, then we will convert the sine into cos, cos into sine, tan into cot, cot into tan. Everybody got? So these are not a formula. You start mugging, then what? If you will mug up, then definitely you will get confused. Okay. Tell fast. So one example I am showing, I find the value of the sine 240. If you remember first question, I gave the sine 240 degree. Okay. What I said, finding value, we will prefer what? 180 minus 180 plus 360 minus 360 plus. But I am showing that how I can use the 270 or the 90 plus. Okay. 240, I can use what? Sine of 270 minus 30. 270 minus 30 is what? 240. Okay. Now I am splitting 270, means odd multiple of 90. Odd multiple of 90, then 270 minus which quadrant? Third quadrant. Okay. Third quadrant sign is negative. So first I put minus sign. Okay. Now I am using odd multiple of 90. So sine I will convert in cos. Then I will write minus cos 30. Now cos 30 value is what? Root 3 by 2. Then what is the answer I got? Minus root 3 by 2. If you remember, by splitting 180 plus 60 also we got the minus root 3 by 2. Okay. So we can find a way. That is okay. If you are comfortable, then you can do this way also. Okay. But I said what? When we are splitting 90 minus 90 plus, then we have to, it will decide the two things. Quadrant, according to the quadrant, we will put the plus minus, and trigonometric ratio also we have to change. Okay. Completed. Okay. Now you want that where we are using this concept in the physics, why we are learning this 90 minus 90 plus, or you will learn in the physics directly. Choice is yours. If you will say, then I will discuss now where we are using this 90 minus theta concept, why we are learning this. Otherwise directly we can use the 180 plus 180 minus. So right now you want, or you will directly learn in physics? Tell sir. In SHM. I'm not asking in which chapter. SHM we are using, alternating current also we are using. Okay. So listen now. Suppose generally, I think this everybody know. In SHM or alternating current, we are using the sine omega t, cos omega t. Basically, omega t is angle. So I'm using omega t in the place of angle. Suppose I'm saying x is equal to okay, x is equal to sine omega t and y is equal to cos omega t. Okay. So in the SHM, maybe they will give the current equation sine omega t, voltage equation cos omega t. In SHM, they will give one SHM equation is the a sine omega t, other SHM equation is the a cos omega t. So there later we will learn phase, concept of the phase. Okay. Phase means basically in the simple meaning, you can say the phase is the angle. Phase is the angle. Okay. So suppose I am saying I gave x is equal to sine omega t. Omega t is what here? Angle, sine theta. Omega t is the angle here. Okay. So x is equal to sine omega t, y is equal to cos omega t. If I am asking what is the phase difference, like that we will use in the power factor in the alternating current, we are using phase difference we are finding. So phase difference means phase, what I said, simple meaning is angle. Okay. So I'm asking what is the phase difference between x and y? What is the phase difference between x and y? Means what is the angle difference between x and y? Okay. So what we will learn, we can directly compare, like here angle I can say omega t, here angle is also omega t. Then one angle omega t, other angle omega t, so angle difference we can say 0. No. We can directly compare the angle when both are either sine or both are either cos. Again, I am repeating. If I gave sine omega t, x is equal to sine omega t, y is equal to sine omega t. Okay. Then if I am saying what is the phase difference between them? So sine omega t, both are the sine omega t. Then I can say phase difference is 0, angle difference is 0. Okay. But here what I gave, one I gave sine, one I gave cos. Then I cannot say the angle difference is 0. Okay. Are everybody getting or not? So to compare the phase or compare the angle, first we have to convert either both in sine or both in cos. Okay. This everybody got. So here one I gave sine, one I gave cos. So I can not directly say the phase difference is 0. Okay. Everybody got? Up to this, okay. Listen carefully. Okay. Up to this, okay? Okay. Now listen. Anywhere in the physics, except the 3 chapter. What 3 chapter I said? SHM, wave and alternating current. Okay. We can use in the track one also. We will so many times we are using sin 90 minus theta, cos 90 plus theta like this. Okay. Anywhere in the physics except what I said 3 chapter. Like suppose cos you have to convert in sine. So generally what we are using sin 90 minus theta. Because generally angle we are taking acute. So sin theta we will write cos 90 minus theta. Cos theta what we will write? Sin 90 minus theta. When you are using 90 minus, no need to think about the plus and minus, because 90 minus means first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. Okay. So listen, sin x I gave sin, y I gave cos. So what I said, we can compare the phase when both are either sin or both are either cos. So we can do any, but we will follow one rule so that we will not get confused. Okay. So what we will do, we will convert the cos into the sin. Means both we will take in a sine. One rule we will follow, both we will take in a sine. Okay. It means cos omega t I have to convert in the terms of sine. Cos omega t I have to convert in the terms of sine. Okay. Cos omega t. I am writing who will say first upper one is the correct or the below one is correct? Cos omega t is the sin pi by 2 minus omega t or sin pi by 2 plus omega t? Which one is correct? Which one is correct? Tell fast. Upper one is correct or below one is correct? Below. Somebody saying above. Okay, good. Upper sir, down one sir, below sir, up sir, upper is correct sir, below sir, upper one, down one. Okay. Leading, lagging, right now you don't know. I'm teaching the basics. First, slowly we will go ahead. Okay. Okay. Now listen. Now after my explanation, you will say which one is correct. Sin 90 minus theta. Suppose forget about the cos omega t. I have given sin pi by 2 minus omega t. Sin pi by 2 minus means which quadrant? Okay, first quadrant. First quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. Okay. So sin pi by 2 minus means first quadrant all are positive. But I'm using pi by 2, so I will convert the sin into cos. Then what I will get? Cos omega t. So sin pi by 2 minus omega t, can I write cos omega t? Sin pi by 2 minus omega t, everybody got? We can get cos omega t. We are getting cos omega t, everybody got? Because sin pi by 2 minus means first quadrant all are positive. Now I am using pi by 2, so sin I convert in cos. So I got cos omega t. Okay. Now come to the second one. Second one I am using sin pi by 2 plus omega t. Sin pi by 2 plus omega t. Okay. Pi by 2 plus means which quadrant? Second quadrant. Okay. Second quadrant sign is positive or negative? Positive. Okay. So sin pi by 2 plus means second quadrant sign is positive. Okay. But I am using pi by 2. So I will write cos. I will convert the sign into cos. What I will get? Cos omega t. So sin pi by 2 plus omega t is cos omega t. Everybody got or not? Sin pi by 2 plus omega t is also cos omega t. This everybody got or not? Sin pi by 2 plus omega t, this is also cos omega t. So both are correct or not? If I want to write cos omega t, so both option is there or not? Both is correct? Okay, this everybody got? Good. Okay, both correct. Okay, but what we will take? Okay, now listen. If and what I said, any chapter in physics except the 3, SHM, wave and the alternating current, Okay, so generally what we are doing, like cos theta you want to convert in sin theta, so we are writing cos theta is equal to sin 90 minus theta. What I said, generally we are dealing with acute angle, directly we are taking cos theta is equal to sin 90 minus theta, sin theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. Mostly we are doing directly like this, any chapter. But the 3 chapter, wherever we have to find the phase difference between the x and y, current and voltage. Okay, then what is the problem we will face when I'm converting into the one? I will show. Suppose y I am writing y is equal to, I am after converting I am getting sin pi by 2 minus omega t, if I am writing this. Okay, now everybody got x. If you see now, x is the sin omega t. What is the y? Y is equal to sin pi by 2 minus omega t. Now I use the formula, suppose cos omega t, I convert by the first formula, sin pi by 2 minus omega t. So I write the y is equal to sin pi by 2 minus omega t, x is equal to sin omega t. Who will say what is the angle difference or what is the phase difference? Now both are the sine, sine. Now directly we can compare the angle, directly we can take the difference. What is the angle difference between x and y? Now everybody will say, what is the angle difference between x and y? Tell fast. What is the angle difference or phase difference between x and y? What is the phase difference between x and y? Pi by 2, 90 sir. That is not a 90. That is only the problem. What we will do, suppose I am taking first angle is omega t, that I am taking as a theta 1. Okay, second angle is what? Pi by 2 minus omega t, that I am taking theta 2. Okay, so phase difference, what I said, that is the angle difference when both are the either sine or both are either cos. Okay, so one angle I am getting omega t, other angle I am, listen carefully, because that much of time we will not have in this chapter. Directly we will say directly there, cos we will write as a sine 90 plus omega t. That time we will not have that much of time. So that concept, listen carefully, because what I said, 3 chapter we are using. Okay, now here pi by 2 minus omega t is the theta 2, pi by omega t I am taking theta 1. Okay, now phase difference means angle difference. Now because both are the sine. Okay, one angle I have, suppose I am finding theta 2 minus theta 1. Theta 2 minus theta 1, what you will write? Pi by 2 minus omega t. This is theta 2 minus, what is the theta 1? Omega t. Who will say now, what is that theta 2 minus theta 1? What is the theta 2 minus theta 1? Tell fast. What is the theta 2 minus theta 1? What is the theta 2 minus theta 1? Pi by 2 minus 2 omega t. Why? It will not, omega t will not get cancel out. Omega t and omega t will not get cancel out. Everybody understood or not? Okay, so that's why here we cannot say, we cannot take, because to get the phase difference, it will be independent of the time. Okay, to get the phase difference, omega t or t should not come. Okay, it means that is incorrect. This conversion is incorrect, because here phase difference we cannot get, because phase difference will depends upon time. Okay, that's why I said anywhere in the physics when you have to convert the sine into cos, we are using sine 90 minus cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta, and sine theta is the cos 90 minus theta. That is correct. But in these 3 chapters, when we have to find the phase difference between them, which we will use. Now here everybody got the problem. Okay, so this we will not use. Now if I am converting cos theta by using, I am converting the cos theta by using the second formula, sin pi by 2 plus omega t. If I write sin pi by 2 plus omega t. Okay, now what is the theta 1? Theta 1 is the omega t, theta 2 is what? Pi by 2 plus omega t. Now find the theta 2 minus theta 1. Theta 2, what you are getting? Pi by 2 plus omega t. What is the theta one? Omega t, omega t, omega t cancel out. What is the angle you got? Pi by. To get the phase difference, omega t part has to cancel out, means only the constant factor has to come. Okay. So what formula we will use in this chapter when we have to find the phase difference? So what I said, we will follow one rule. Cos, we will suppose one is sine, one is cos. Both are the sine, both are the cos, no problem. Directly angle difference is the phase difference. But one is the sine, one is the cos. So we will follow one rule. Cos we will convert in sine. Okay. Cos we will convert in sine, and we will convert so that the omega t has to get cancel out. Omega t part has to get cancel out. So what formula we are using here? Sine 90 plus theta. Now you can say what is the phase difference between them? Pi by 2. Are everybody got? Everybody got? Okay, by this way, we can say the another thing also. Later in the alternating current, you will learn leading and lagging, leading in phase and lagging in phase. Means who has the more phase, who has the less phase. Means then in this you can say also. Suppose I am saying in x and y, who is leading in phase? In x and y, who is leading in phase? In x and y, who is leading in phase? Why? Next class also I can continue the basic mathematics. One more class is there. In that I will try to complete the straight line, some straight line equation, and if you want the graph, some graph concept I will discuss. Okay. Completed? Okay, so everybody understood that how to use the sine 90 minus theta, sine 90 plus theta, where we have to use in the physics. Everybody got? So y in this, y is leading in phase. Why? What is the phase of y? Pi by 2 plus omega t. And what is the phase of x? Omega t only. So which has the extra phase? Y has the extra phase. How much extra phase? Pi by 2. So who is leading in phase? Y. This also we got or not? Tell fast. Now nowadays, like from the last 2 years, graph is always important. But from the 2 year, now you can see this year re-NEET, around 5 to 6 questions they ask from the graph only in the physics. If you remember, 5 to 6 questions, and some question they ask the graph that is not in the NCERT. Only when you know the formula and you know that how to plot the graph, then only you can plot. Like 2025 also some question they ask like this, and 2026 they ask around 5 to 6 graph. Okay, so graph is important, and graph only you can draw, like only by the mugging you cannot draw. You have to know the concept to plot the graph also. So graph is very important now. In chemistry also we are getting the some graph. So like this year they ask the graph, that graph is not given in the NCERT. Completed? So this conversion, all silver teacup rule, quadrant rule, everybody got or not? So another small concept. Okay, who will say what is the slope? What is the meaning of the slope? Tell fast. What is the meaning of the slope? No answer. What is the slope? You know the basics of the straight line. Who will say what is the slope? Differentiation, sir. Tangent, sir. Differentiation. Tan y by x. So maybe you learned the slope formula, tan theta. Slope is the tan theta. Okay, we are using like slope is equal to, somebody is saying tan only. Okay, tangent drawn at a point, that is a tangent only, na? In that, what is the slope? Somebody is saying tangent drawn at any point. Tangent drawn at any point, in that, what is the slope? Angle between X and Y coordination. So simple meaning slope we are writing as slope is equal to tan theta. Slope is equal to tan theta. Okay. Small angle, different perpendicular upon. Are tan theta is the perpendicular upon base only, na? Differentiation dy by dx is the slope of tangent. Dy by dx we are saying the slope of tangent at any point. Like suppose at any point you are finding the dy by dx. So that means what? It is the slope of tangent at that point. So that is the meaning of dy by dx. Okay. Okay, so slope, small like meaning or the formula we can say slope is equal to tan theta. Slope is equal to tan theta. This everybody got? Slope is equal to tan theta. Okay, but when we are taking the slope is the tan theta. Formula is that okay y2 minus y1, that I will come later. So simple meaning of the slope is the tan theta. Okay, what is the theta there? What is the theta there? Who will say fast? In the suppose I am saying slope is equal to tan theta. What is the theta there? $90. Theta is 90, means slope will always be infinity. Nalayak. The angle make with positive x-axis. Angle with x-axis. Angle with x-axis. Okay. Suppose one line I am giving, it is passing through, one line is passing through origin and it is making angle this 45. Who will say what is the slope here? What is the slope? One. Minus 1. Okay. Now listen. So like same way how you learn the formula of the sine theta, opposite upon hypotenuse. So somewhat some difference was there that you don't know that completely. Same way problem is here also. Okay, like slope we have marked up slope is the tan theta, but what is the theta? That meaning we don't know actually. Okay, so listen. Suppose I am saying the two students, they will come and they will make the line. Listen carefully. I am calling the two students and suppose I am saying both of you will make a 1-1 line. Okay, that line is making angle 45 degree with x-axis. That line making an angle 45 degree with x-axis and passing through origin. Again I repeat, I said the two students, you have to make the line. That line is passing through origin and it is making an angle 45 degree with x-axis. Okay. So one student came and he make the line like this. So that is correct or not? First say. I said what? Line has to pass through the origin and it has to make angle 45 degree with x-axis. So that student is correct or not? That student is correct or not? Correct, yes. Why? It is passing through the origin and it is making angle 45. Okay. Second student came and that make the angle line like this. Second student is correct or not? Second student is correct or not? Yes, also correct. Why? Line is passing through the origin and it is making an angle 45. Okay. So they make the angle, they make the line like this. How I will get to know that? Okay, obviously, very good. How I will get to know that who has made the white line, who has made the orange line? What data they will give to me so that I will get to know that who has made the white line, who has made the orange line? What they will say to me so that I will identify who has made the white line, who has made the orange line? What data they will give to me? What data they will give to me so that I will identify that who has made the white line, who has made the orange line? Okay, so that how we can identify? So one thing you have to remember, anti-clockwise angle. When we are measuring angle anti-clockwise angle we are taking positive. Anti-clockwise angle we are taking positive. Generally, so clockwise we are taking positive in the thermodynamics. Clockwise cycle we are taking work done positive when the volume is on the x-axis, pressure is on the y-axis. But here angle, anti-clockwise angle we are taking positive, and clockwise angle we are taking negative. This everybody got? Anti-clockwise angle we are taking positive and clockwise angle we are taking negative. Up to this okay? Okay. Now anti-clock means what? Can I say this is clock or this is anti-clock? This 45, white 45, white angle 45. It is anti-clock or clock? It is anti-clock or clock? It is clockwise. Okay, it is clockwise. So clockwise angle, what you will write? Negative. Okay, listen carefully. Theta is equal to, you will say negative. Okay. Last year I listened your last year graph, sir. Yes, okay, that class is already there in the gift. The name of the gift classes is there. So we have deal in detail, and I think so many classes we have taken for the basic mathematics. Okay, that you can listen also. So here somebody is saying, sir, this is the clockwise, so that's why I will take the theta is equal to minus 45, upper one, white one. Okay. Suppose this is clock or anti-clock. This yellow is clock or anti-clock. This yellow, blue is clock or anti-clock. This is also clock. So means now how I can differentiate? Upper one is also clock, lower one is also clock, then both I will take negative. So that is only the what problem. So what now listen, we are taking the clockwise angle negative, anti-clockwise angle we are taking positive. That is correct. But how we are measuring, from where we are measuring that clock or anti-clock? So from the x-axis, the reference is what? X-axis. Then we will decide the anti-clock and clock. Okay, from the line to the this randomly we cannot rotate. Otherwise we cannot decide clock or anti-clock. So with respect to x-axis, anti-clockwise angle we are taking positive, clockwise angle we are taking negative. So this is the x-axis. To reach to this line, how you will rotate? You will rotate anti-clock. You will rotate anti-clock. So this theta you will say 45. So if you said that theta, sir, I make the line with theta is equal to 45, positive 45. I will get to know you have made the white line. Okay. So what is the reference? Reference is the x-axis. Reference is x-axis. So from the x-axis, how you are rotating, according to that we will say the positive and negative. Now to reach the orange line, how you will rotate? You will rotate clock. And clockwise angle we will take what? Negative. So theta what you will write? Minus 45. This everybody got or not? Then we will get to know that which line is positive, which line is negative. Completed. So who will give the theta 45? I will get to know they have made the white line. Who will give the theta minus 45? I will get to know that they have made the orange line. Okay. So everybody got what is the meaning of the positive angle, negative angle? Okay, so like suppose I am asking if the orange line, what is the slope? So slope formula is the tan theta. Slope formula is the tan theta. Now what is the theta I will take? Theta, if I am saying orange line. So for the orange line theta I will take minus 45. Then tan of minus 45 will come minus 1. So what is the slope? Minus 1. Everybody got, so slope I can say tan theta. What is the theta there? Theta we have to put according to the sign. If we are measuring the angle anti-clock, then we will take positive. If we are taking angle clock, then we will write the angle negative. Okay, understood or not? Up to this okay? Okay, so negative positive angle completed. Okay, so on the basis of that, I am writing some formula. You will say what is the value, like sine of minus theta. Theta can be acute or obtuse, doesn't matter. But suppose I am saying, by easily you can remember, like minus theta when I am writing. Suppose theta is the acute. Suppose I can say what I said. You can take theta acute, obtuse, doesn't matter. Okay, but to remember what we can do, suppose I minus theta. Suppose I am saying like this. Okay, it will be obtuse, according to that quadrant will change. When we are saying the minus theta like this, you can say, so sine of minus theta means minus theta will be in the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant sine is positive or negative? Fourth quadrant sine is positive or negative? Fourth quadrant sine is positive or negative? Negative. So that we can say what? Minus sine theta. Minus sine theta. Okay. So that remember the direct formula, sine of minus theta. Theta can be acute, obtuse, doesn't matter. Sine of minus theta, what we will write? Minus sine theta. Cos of minus theta. Cos of minus theta. Cos of minus theta. Cos of minus theta. Cos theta. Why fourth quadrant like that? You can remember this minus theta means we can think it is a fourth quadrant. What I said, theta can be obtuse also, but to remember this, I am taking the example of the acute, but it is applicable for obtuse also. Cos of minus theta, cos theta, and tan of minus theta, tan theta, minus tan theta. Remember these three also. Okay, so sine of minus theta, minus sine theta, cos of minus theta, cos theta, and tan of minus theta, minus tan theta. Understood? Completed? Okay, so these are the formula like that everybody has to remember. Few more formula is there. Maybe next class I will complete, half class I will complete the trigonometry part. Okay, then I will discuss about the straight line equation of a straight line, graph of the straight line. Understood? Now any doubt up to this you have, then you can ask. Anybody has doubt up to this? So one question on this concept I am giving. You will say that option also I will give. Okay. Because I know that this type of situation is coming in the SHM, and there you are facing the problem. That's why I'm dealing with this problem here. Okay. Suppose I gave the cos of minus pi by 2 minus omega t. I'm asking x can be written as. Then x is first option I'm giving. Tell fast which option. Third. minus sine omega t. Okay, third, minus sine omega t. Most of the people are saying third. Okay, what we will do here? We know that 90 minus theta, sine 90 minus theta, cos 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 90 minus theta, that we know. But sine of minus 90 plus theta, that we don't know. 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta we know. But if the minus 90 is there, then how we will solve? That is a problem. So we know for 90 minus 90 plus, okay. But here I gave minus 90, minus pi by 2. So first what we will do? We will make it pi by 2, positive. How I can make it positive? Take the minus common. So I can write this cos, minus I took common, then in bracket what I got? Pi by 2 plus omega t. Up to this everybody got? Say fast. I took the minus common because I want to make it pi by 2 minus pi by 2 plus, because minus pi by 2 I gave, so I want to remove that minus. For that what I did? I took the minus common. Okay. Up to this okay? Okay. Now this whole you can take as a theta. This whole you can take as theta. Okay, you can assume in the mind as a theta. Cos of minus theta, what is the formula? Cos of minus theta, what is the formula? Cos theta. So this directly I can write as what? Cos of minus theta, I can write cos theta. So this directly I can write cos theta. What is the theta I assume? Pi by 2 plus omega t. So minus, because cos of minus theta, directly I can write cos theta minus remove. Then I got cos theta. What is the theta here? Theta is the pi by 2 plus omega t. Up to this everybody got. Now after that I have the formula. Cos 90 plus which quadrant? 90 plus second quadrant. Second quadrant cos is negative. Then I will put the minus sign. And I'm using pi by 2. So cos I will convert in sine. So what is the answer? Minus sine omega t. Everybody got or not? Completed? Okay. Okay, so this concept completed. Now next few formula, we will learn new formula, we will learn in the next class. Okay. Up to this, any problem? And one mathematics step everybody has to remember. When you are, that I said already in the class, when you are going to subtract or add any number, any quantity, which has more than one term, like suppose you are going to subtract pi by 2 plus omega t, you are going to add pi by 2 plus omega t. Build the habit. If you are adding or subtracting the quantity that has more than one term, write in the bracket. Otherwise, negative sign mistake, plus minus sign mistake you will do. Again, I am repeating. Suppose I am saying I have to subtract pi by 2 plus omega t from omega t. So what I have to subtract? Pi by 2 plus omega t. So write whole in a bracket because it has more than one term. So when you are going to subtract and the subtract, what you are going to subtract, it has a more than one term. So build the habit, write in the bracket. So that's why negative positive mistake you will not do. Okay. Okay. Okay then, bye-bye. Practice whatever the material you have. If suppose somebody is interested for the graph, already in the gift classes, in the YouTube it is there. Okay. Because ultimately you have to learn the basic mathematics part. So you can learn from there. It is a detailed lecture are there. Any doubt is there, the next class you can ask. Okay. Okay then, bye-bye.